Welcome to another episode of Goal Setting Mondays with the Loan Signing System. My name is Mark Wills. If this is your first time here, thank you so much for being here. Every single Monday, I go on live to help signing agents build their signing agent businesses. Now, this is called Goal Setting Monday, but now it's really turned into more to one-on-one coaching with Notary signing agents, helping you scale your business, getting anything answered that is that's troubling your business. So I am so excited. Hi, Lisa. Hi, Brian. Hello, everybody. I am live on Instagram, Loan Signing System, if you're watching this on replay. So let's get this party started. If this is your first time here, I bring on signing agents live, and I help them build their business. Whatever problems they're having, I will coach them one-on-one to make sure that they can build their signing agent businesses. What other business in America can you watch somebody sign their paperwork and make $75, $100, $150 for an appointment that takes about an hour? What an amazing business. Let's go. Hope everybody had a great weekend. Let's get our very first signing agent on right now to help them build their business. What's going on, brother?
What's up, man? How you doing?
Oh, I'm so good. Okay, cool. So tell everybody where you're from, what's your name, and let's talk about your business.
All right, my name is Austin Gray, and I'm from Fresno, California. And I'm just now getting started with loan signing. I just got my commission and all that stuff. So I'm stepping in and trying to go hard. So
I love it. I love it. So are you a loan signing system student?
No, but I've been strongly like focusing on tuning in and trying to be a part of it. My wife is actually a loan signing agent. She's been on and off because me and my family got COVID.
Oh, yeah.
So, yes, me and my wife and our two kids, me and my 6-month-old got it the worst.
Oh, man, sending love, bro, sending love.
Yeah.
Look, this is a coaching call, so let's just kind of dive into it. My first coaching call, and I think anybody who's in your situation wants to get in the business, someone's in the business, my first coach to you, man, is to get a coach. You know what I mean? What you want to do is I always make the analogy towards our children, right? One of your kids is into basketball. The first thing we do is we give them a basketball coach, right? Your daughter's into ballet. We get her a ballet coach. 2 times adults get into something of like, well, should I get a coach? The answer is yes. So, and I'm not even trying to sell you that I should be your coach. I'm just saying you should get a coach. Trying to do this business on your own, man, is like trying to have your kid take swim lessons by themselves. It's like trying to, you would never be like, oh, watch some YouTube videos and go figure out how to throw a football. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So my coaching to you, man, is, whether it's me or someone else or so many amazing signing agent trainers out there, is don't go at the business by yourself. Or lean on your wife who's in the business. Be like, look, babe, sit down with me for 6 hours. Tell me how to do a signing. Tell me how to do a HELOC. Tell me how to do a reverse. Tell me what to say when I walk into a title company. But trying to figure out how to do this business on your own, kind of meandering it through, is just costing your family money. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So pick a coach, whether it's me or somebody else, and be like, look, what do I say when I'm in front of a realtor? What do I say when I'm trying to pick up the phone getting a signing from a signing service? What do I say with my best friend who's a real estate agent? What do I do when I walk into a title company? But learning how to accomplish this quicker is going to help you make money faster. You know what I mean, man?
Okay.
But trying to get free information off of YouTube or the internet is helpful. But it's just like, again, it's like trying to teach. It's like trying to have your daughter or son learn how to play baseball from you.
There's no solid foundation.
That's right. That's right. But, dude, I'm glad you're here. If there's any specific questions, holler at me in the DMs. You can ask them to me right now. But my best coaching to you, man, is don't try to pull this off by yourself.
Okay.
Spend some money. It's a tax deduction. You know what I mean? So don't be afraid. My course comes with a payment plan. If it's easier, I get it, especially just going through COVID and handling all that stuff. But, dude, I'd recommend. I mean, Fresno is a great area. Some of our best students are in Fresno. So part of what makes my group awesome is connecting you with those other students so you don't got to feel like you're doing this by yourself. Katie Casanova, Elena Sanders, those are 2 ladies off the top of my head who are doing 15, 20 grand a month in Fresno. So, dude, you're in a great market. Is there any specific questions that I can?
Me and my wife, we did other businesses, and we experienced that majority of our clients to our other businesses were coming from different cities, and Fresno seemed very slow. My wife, she does get a few loan signings in the area, but my concern was just that, you know, Fresno was kind of a different kind of market outside of your more bigger cities. So I was like,
No,
man, I want to hit that six-figure mark. You know, I really want to go hard, but is it going to be slow? Because
no.
Fresno is, you know, so that was my concern.
Yeah, no,
Will
good,
city
good
be
concern.
stable?
Well, let me address that a little bit because I'm sure you're not the only person on here live who's like, man, I come from a smaller market. Oh man, is the market oversaturated? Good question. Let's talk about it a little bit. And this is a coaching call. So my coaching to you is, you know, business is masked as personal growth,
Okay.
right? So part of being a business owner is growing personally. So what I'm trying to coach you on is that's kind of a scarcity mentality. Look, bro, at the end of the day, every single home needs that has a mortgage needs a notary.
Yeah.
The business is there if you're willing to go get it. I'm going to be the first person to tell you that this is not this is a real business. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Your job is to tell everybody that you're a signing agent, but this market, this interest, this business is what I should say, fluctuates on mortgage rates.
Okay.
Mortgage rates are under 3%. You're in California. The market's crazy. So the issue isn't is there business? The issue is are you willing to go get the business? Now, it's going to take effort, man, period. Your
Yeah.
job is to tell every realtor in Fresno that you're a signing agent. The person who makes the most money in this business is not the person who's the best notary. It's the person who's willing to tell the most people that they're a notary. Does that make sense?
Right. Right.
I
Closed
mean,
mouth
look,
doesn't get fed.
that's right. That's right. So I need you this week, whether you take my course or not, get in the right mindset, man. It's like, you know, like I played college ball. And so but separated me and people playing ball it was just effort. I wasn't the most athletic. I couldn't dunk a ball, but you know what? No one is gonna get that loose ball over me. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Right.
And so that's the same mentality I have at business. No one's gonna get a signing over me. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna hustle. I'm gonna dive on that loose ball. So that's my best piece of advice I can give you, man, is get the mindset right, build this business. Hopefully I'm your notary mentor, but if not, man, just pick one, okay?
All right. Sounds good. Thanks,
All right,
man.
man,
Thanks
go
for
get him,
talking to me.
man. Blessings to the family. Get better. Here if you need anything, man.
All right. For sure. Thank you.
All right, all right, all right. So let's get someone else on. Look, I think the biggest takeaway from that conversation is understanding the business is not saturated. There's no such thing as too many notaries. There's no such thing as a small market. It is, are you willing to do what it takes to get the business? Period. Like I just said, I played a little bit of basketball in my teens and in my college, and no one was going to get a loose ball over me. Nobody. If there was a ball on that ground, I was getting bumps, bruises. I would bleed before somebody else would get that ball over me. And that's how I dealt with my business. And that's how I want to teach. And that's what I teach my students is this business takes effort. You got to be able to willing to hustle. And once you're willing to build, once you learn how to build the business, once you learn the fundamentals of what to say and what to do and how to approach title companies, after that, it's all about effort. That is it. Period. The person who's willing to tell the most people they're a signing agent gets the most business. All right, let's bring somebody else on right now. All right, let me get my man, Big Jose up. Where'd you go, Jose? My man Jose invited me to go watch the UFC fight with him. I appreciate you, man. When I was out in Utah, let's see if I can get Big Jose up on. My man, how are you?
What's going on, brother? How you doing?
You tell me, bro. Where are we at? Tell everybody where you're from and your name.
Jose, Colorado. That's about it.
I love it. I love it. I'm in Utah, and my man Jose says, "Hey, Mark, if you want to travel, you're welcome to go to the UFC fight with me.
Whenever you want to come
Hey,
by.
hey, I want to let you know that I appreciate that, man. The love is there. Thank you.
So, quick question, and
Yes.
it's kind of my goal.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna jump into it real quick. So I'm about maybe 10 shy from 100 signings.
Okay.
Right.
Hold on. 10 signings away from 100. Drop them some clapping emojis in the comments. Congratulations, man. Okay, next, keep going.
So of course we started with signing services, and then we went and we've been doing good with directs and everything like that. And here I'm gonna ask you. I actually asked Danielle over here in Colorado in the Eastern Slope for her advice, and so what is an ideal time frame that you do? Because of the fact that I've been told by title and I've been told by lender that I'm too slow for them. And I do it in about 45 minutes, no longer than an hour.
Now, look, here's the answer. Here, when someone ever says that, okay?
Uh-huh.
The answer, so we have to learn how to reposition. So whether it's an objection or a comment like, I wish you could do something quicker, you have to reposition that in a light that makes them benefit from it. Does that make sense? So
yeah.
What you say is, look, I would love to go quicker, but my job is to make sure there's no funding conditions so you get more business. Wouldn't you rather me be more thorough and patient, ensure there is zero errors, because I want to help you get more business?
Yep.
Do you see what I did there?
Oh, yeah.
I reframed it as a position of helping them earn more business. So you come off as a notary who cares, who's authentic. So if you can learn how to just reposition something, which is the truth. Jose, my bet is you are thorough, so there's no errors, right?
Oh, exactly. Yes.
Okay. True statement. So my point is, I'm not trying to tell you to say something that's not true. You just need to position that to where they benefit.
Yep.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So all you're saying is, look, I get it, but man, I really want you to make sure that you're still getting business from your clients.
Yeah.
I want to make sure that you're winning, and by making sure that I represent you the best. Does that make sense? So make sure you represent. This is good coaching for anything. This is good coaching for objections. This is good coaching for someone giving you feedback.
Yeah.
Take whatever their feedback is and position it to how they benefit.
Yeah.
So in your position here, it is, I want to help you get more business by being more thorough, being more on time. You know, someone says, you're always on time, whatever. Position it back so you help them, and they're going to have nothing else but want to work with you. Does that make sense?
It does. It does.
Cool.
Because within the last, I want to say the last 2 weeks, I had a lender who I did a cold call on. I was just on my internet and cold calling. And he's like, I want to meet you. Are you available? We went straight into it. He's like, man, you're really professional. You did really good. Yada, yada, yada. The whole shebang. We even went to lunch. We had a beer afterwards. But he's like, the only complaint I have is that you're too slow. I said, hey man, listen. I said, I get an hour time frame. I said, and that hour's for me and the clients. I said, but for 100%, I want to represent you well. I want to represent myself well and title well. I said, I don't want to have no errors either. You know? Yeah,
so I'm going to pause you there. So the only missing coaching piece is, why do you want to represent them well? What's the real purpose you want to represent them well? The answer is you want to help him get more business.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Because ultimately a good signing agent is thinking about, how can I do my job so well that you earn more business?
Yeah.
So that's the coaching. You did everything great. So my last piece of advice before we jump off is, position everything that they benefit. All you're saying is, I want to do it well. But why is that important to them? It's important because you want to help them earn more business.
Okay.
Does that make sense? Because the moment he knows you care about his paycheck, conversation changes.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
It does.
And remember, that's the loan signing system way. We're always trying to figure out how to help them earn more business.
Yeah.
Your job is to position yourself as the answer to helping them get more business.
Okay. Yep. See, and I've told them as well too, that we don't want to be that notary that just says sign and date, and sign.
Right. But again, Jose, the coaching is, why is that important?
Okay. Why?
You're missing how they benefit. Does that make sense?
It does. Let me write that down.
Right. So it's how they benefit. And how do they benefit from not being notary that says sign here, date there? It's because you want to help them get more business. You want to help the borrower become a referral source because you've done such a good job.
Okay.
Remember, everything positions as them getting more business.
Yeah.
And you're going to make a ton of business, man.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Does that help?
I appreciate it.
Congratulations. I got to jump to another student, but congratulations, man. You're getting direct business. You're almost to 100. I want everyone to be inspired by our man, Big Jose, because he started from scratch building a business. Keep building, Big.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Have a good
You're
one.
welcome, man. Here if you need
Everybody
anything
have a good
else. All right. I love it. Did you see Jose taking notes in the coaching call? That's what these are for, to help you build your business. Okay, so let's go to somebody else. I hope that last session helped everybody here. Let's go to Bianca. Let's see if Bianca's up there. Bianca, when I hit you, make sure you add yourself quiet space, good internet connection so everyone can get value from our conversation. Bianca, what's up, girl?
Hi, Mark.
How are we doing today?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Good. Okay, so tell everybody your name, tell everybody where you're from, and let's get into some coaching.
Hi, guys. My name is Bianca Martinez, San Antonio, Texas.
Okay, let's go. So where are we with our business? Any help I can help you with today? Floor is yours.
So I went to a conference. You're so tall. It was awesome. So I bought your course 2020. I was doing it very part-time. I'm talking like one signing a month because I had a full-time job, 8 to 5, weekly pay. So I was really comfortable, But then I went to a conference and I really wanted more for myself than, $500 a week at corporate America. So I quit my job and I went full-time. It's been about 2 weeks. And in my first 8 days of signings, I already made like 1,500. And I have one direct client that's using me already.
I love it. Well, first off, let me say I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud that you know that your business was humming along and you're like, look, I need to invest in myself and go to conference. I'm so glad hopefully you loved conference.
Thank you for putting it together. It's just everything, like the panels, the whole everything. It was like.
I love it. Okay, good. Well, this is a coaching call. So how can I help you right now get to whatever that next thing? What are your goals for this week? Let's talk about that. So give me some specific goals for this week that you want to accomplish by Friday.
For this week, I really want to get into more escrow officer title companies. Yeah. But I'm a little stuck because I also marketed to 10 title companies last week. And there was like 4 to 6 different escrow officers and like some of their companies. So I've been following up, Monday, like today, I followed up with most of them. And I've been getting consistent work with one escrow officer. So,
okay, so here's my coaching, okay? And this comes straight from conference, by the way. I mean, remember, the successful signing agents on panel had a very detailed, this is how we follow up, this is how we market. Yeah. So make sure you're creating your spreadsheet or CRM and because what I don't want is next time we talk next Monday, when I'm like, well, tell me your goals for this week, you should already be like, Mark, I got to talk to 123 Title. I got to talk to Truly Title. I got to talk to First American. Yeah. So you got to make sure that you're staying really organized in the marketing effort, because what you don't want to do is be running around like a chicken with your head cut off. You should be like, okay, cool. So last week I had 10 people I visited, but Mark, I've already made a list of 7 more. These are things that we should be doing on Saturday, Sunday, spending an hour Sunday evening saying, okay, so I want to hit these 3 title companies. So when you wake up on Monday, because remember, a successful signing agent is an organized signing agent.
Yes.
So I want to make sure that you have remember what Juan was saying and Danielle was saying about they record what the conversations were about. So when they walk in the next Monday, they're like, oh, this is what we talked about last week. Let's rehash on that topic. So make sure that you're becoming much more organized and deliberate in the marketing in the following weeks. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So today, what I want to help you with today is, what I want you to do is make sure that you have 5 title companies already pre-thought about who you're going to target this week. The reason, by the way, I only said 5 and not 10 is because throughout this week, you should be following up with the other 10. Does that make sense? Okay. But I do want 5 new ones because it's too naive to think that all 10 will be available. All 10 is going to accept your follow-up. So I want you constantly putting in new title companies as old ones are being followed up with. Does that make sense? Okay, cool. So what I really want from this week is maybe take today or this afternoon to really become more organized and thoughtful with your marketing approach.
Gotcha.
Remember, okay? I want you to write down. I talked to this person at this time. You know, no one was available in this title office. So next week I got to go back in. But you got to follow up. That's watering your plants is what makes them sprout, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes the title companies where no one answered are the best title companies to reapproach because you know they're busy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Sometimes we walk into a title company and the fact that they're available tells you that they're kind of a slower title company. So sometimes we get discouraged about going into a title office. Oh, no one was available for me. That's good. That means they were busy. You know what I mean? And so, does that make sense? Okay, so I want you to commit today that we're going to get a little more scientific and organized with our marketing process. Does that sound fair?
Yes.
Okay, girl. Anything else I can help? Anything else I can help you with today?
No, I think I was just all over the place. I did so much marketing like the first week, but yes.
Okay, good. And I love the momentum. I love the energy. My job is to bottle up that momentum and energy into making sure that it's organized. You have a plan of attack. Because honestly, here's the honest truth. Once you hit 20 title companies, you basically don't have time for new title companies because you'd always be having a detailed follow-up plan for those 20. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
B, I'm proud of you, girl. I'm so proud of you. I want you to be our next 10K student in San Antonio. But girl, keep going, keep getting them. And remember, fortune is in the follow-up, okay?
Okay. Thank you so much, Mark.
You're so welcome. Go get them. Let's go. Oh my gosh, that was a great call. So I hope everybody out there really took in the coaching, because too many times signing agents market without a detailed remembering of what they did the week before. Does that make sense? So as you're marketing, make sure you're writing down who you talked to, what time you talked to them, what gratituding you did. So make sure you're staying organized with your marketing efforts so every single action is productive, not busy. I hope that helps some people out there, because too many times I see signing agents kind of just go all to the wall, but they're not keeping track of what they're doing. So let's go with Tina. Tina, I think that is her name. I only know you by your Instagram names. But what a great morning so far with you. Hopefully there's been a lot of great coaching information. Oh, what up, T?
Hey.
Talk to me. So tell everybody your name, tell everybody where you're from, and where you're at.
Tina Lippincott. I'm from League City, Texas. And I just took the test yesterday and passed it. And so
Awesome.
I'm not completely done with your course yet.
Okay.
But my question is, should I open an LLC or just run everything under my personal name?
Well, I don't think there's a wrong or right decision on that. I get this asked a lot. You know, I think the real decision is, you know, figuring out if there's tax implications on that. So that is covered in the course. I don't want to give away what's in the course, but what I can say on this Instagram live is, remember, as a signing agent, we are always required to have $100,000 worth of errors and omissions liability insurance. Okay, so let that be a tidbit of information that can help you make a decision on whether you want to have a liability company or run as a sole prop. All right, does that make sense? Because a lot of times people don't realize that as a signing agent, we have to have liability insurance, regardless whether it's an LLC or regardless whether we do it as a sole prop. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So now it really comes down to tax implications. I would talk to a tax advisor on that. But more importantly, oh, it looks like we have Jake, your son, on here. I love it. I love it. It's a family affair. But yeah, so half of the conversation is, you know, a liability standpoint. Remember, we have liability insurance as a signing agent, regardless what entity you book. I'm not a tax advisor. I'm not an attorney. But then on the tax advice side, I would just kind of contact an H&R rep and ask them a couple qualifying questions on that. But I definitely don't think it's something you need to run into this early on into your journey. Just stay patient, stay focused on the next steps of the course, and I think you're going to crush it.
Thank you.
Awesome. All right. And welcome to the family, girl. So glad you're here, Tina.
I am too. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right. What a great day. Let's get somebody else on. All right, who do we got? Let me go with Andrew here. Try to rotate between the gentlemen and the ladies. All right, Albert, tell me if you're on. It's good talking to you, Tina. X out on that video. And now let's go in. Andrew, what's up?
Hey, Mark, how you doing?
I'm good, man. Why don't you tell everybody where you're from and let's get going.
All right, so I'm from Fort Wayne, Indiana.
Okay.
And I've been a LS student for 4 or 5 months now.
Yeah.
I just hit my goal for this past month, which was just over $1 million, or eventually $1 million, 1,002 of invoiced business. So
congratulations on that, man. Congratulations.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So talk to me. Where are we at with kind of goals for this week?
Yeah, my goals for this week and actually kind of going forward, kind of period, because you always teach don't chase the money, right?
That's right.
So my goals going for, I proved to myself that I can run a profitable business.
That's right.
So now my goals going forward are developing relationships with title officers, escrow officers, and real estate agents, mortgage professionals, things of that sort. So those are my goals going forward. I DM you.
I'm going to pause you there. I'm going to pause you there. Okay, those are great macro goals. That's like saying, I want to get rich or I want to lose weight, right? So how are we going to accomplish those? That's what I want to get out of you, right? So what are some specific actionable items that's going to get you to that, I want to create more deeper relationships? Like, talk to me on those goals, because that's what we need to figure out right now.
Okay. I've direct marketed 3 different title offices. 2 of them were the same. There were 2 different satellite locations. They were the same office, if you will, or same company, if you will, but 2 different locations. So I've direct marketed to 3 different title offices. I've had a contact back via email from one of the title escrow officers.
Okay.
And I kind of took a little tidbit from the old Bill Zanunga on the road, where basically, see, it was coming right at the end of the month. I knew she was going to be busy. I'm like, how about after the beginning of the month, I have I schedule some time with you. So, and she agreed with that. My goal, as far as my smaller goals or my actual goals, and this is where I'm kind of reaching out to you. I'm just trying to get a good idea of how many title offices I should focus on marketing to.
Yeah. Well, okay. So there's a couple things I heard. So first off, I heard you got an email follow-up. Awesome.
Yep.
So the moment you get an email follow-up, that tells you they're interested on some certain degree, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're not sure what yet. We're not sure. All we know is like, I marketed and someone's responded back. So that should be your first inclination of, I should need to go back in there.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Or like this is a generic sales coaching tip. Is the moment you know someone's interested, your job is to see how interested they are. Okay. Mm-hmm. You're a loan signing system student, so you should walk back in there with some type of gratituding and dig down on what the next steps are going to be for you to get that first signing. But the fact you just got an email and you're like, oh, okay, cool, I got an email. I need to coach into you. Like, that is a sign. 1 out of 3 people, like, you need to go all in on that. Does that make sense? So it should be an email response back like, oh my gosh, so glad you reached out. I'm going to come in tomorrow. Does that make sense? You got to bridge that excitement that she has or he has on using you. Does that make sense? Too many signing agents are like, I got an email back, and they're kind of waiting for the next move, right? The next move is your move.
Yeah, and
I responded. You have 2 options on that move. You can take the easy route, which is shoot an email, or you can take the I need to create relationship route, which you talked about with, and walk back in there. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Now, so I'm glad that clicked. I saw it click with you right there. Here's for all you students, here's the question. You should all get to the number 10. You should mark to 10 title companies. Why? Because then you will get a percentage of how many people you need to talk to get where you want to go. So let's say you talked to 10 title offices and 2 you got business from. Now let's say you want to get to 4 title offices. Now how many more title offices you need to hit up? 10 more. It just becomes a number game. You let the data drive your marketing decisions. But too often signing agents are like, I marketed 3. I'm like, well, you have 1 out of 3 you respond back. You kind of have some data, But let's get to 10 and then really let the 10 dictate your data. Now here's Andrew. I want this to be next level coaching for you. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay. So you approach 10, right? Now, I hope once you approach 10, the reason I like 10 is not just because 10 used me. I went to 10, 2 used me. That's good data. But here's the rest of the data you need to be thinking about. So you hit up 10 different title companies. Where are the locations? So let's say 4 of them are all on the east side of town. 4 of them are on the west side of town. Of the 10, 2 called you back, but you noticed 2 are on the west side of town. Where should you concentrate your effort? On the west side of town. So the point I'm trying to make is that's a very generic way of saying, look for things out of the data that you can make marketing decisions based off of. Does that make sense? You're not just looking for, I marketed 10, 2 said yes, I marketed 10. Are there any similarities or commonalities out of this data that can make better decisions for the next time I move on? Did that light bulbs go off on that?
Oh yeah. I've been writing
that was next level ninja stuff right there, okay? But a lot of times signing agents just market without looking at the data. You know, maybe it's, you know, I gratituded with this, that fell flat. I gratituded with this, that was a hit. Does that make sense?
It does.
So you're trying to get as much data, and I was telling Bianca, is when you're marketing, you should be recording every single thing that you're marketing so you know what to do the next time you keep marketing. It's not just throwing paint against the wall. That's what unsuccessful signing agents do. It is everything I do is record it and record it so I can make decisions on what to do best the next time. So this week, I want you to go to at least 5 more title companies. That's 1 a day. Are you going to commit to me and the 200 signing agents watching and the 4,000 people are going to view this, that you can do 1 a day for the rest of this week?
Absolutely.
All right, brother. Hey, go get them. I'm proud of the business you've built. You now know this business is real. You know it's real. More importantly, you know you're capable, right?
Correct.
All right, bro. Let's go all in. You ready?
I'm ready.
All right, let's go.
Let's go.
DM me. Let me know how everything shapes up, okay?
I will.
Awesome. Let's get someone else on. Look, again, I hope everyone's hearing all these gems that I'm dropping for you. Record everything. Let data make the decisions for your next move. Let's get somebody else on. Let's get I got so many amazing. Let's go with Linda. Let's see if Linda's there. She came on really, really early. Linda, let's give you Andrew, you want to hit cancel video to get you out of the video right now and try to bring somebody else on. Looks like, Andrew, you want to click out on that video, man. All right, so I tried to give her a chance. Let's give let's give my girl Jennifer Cooper a chance here. All right, Jen, are you there? Andrew, you want to cancel out on your video? Jennifer, you are up. Hopefully you hear me, Jen. All right, looks like Jen's not going to jump on. Let's get somebody else on here. Janitha. All right, Janitha. Let's get Janitha up on here. Make sure when I call on you that you're ready to rock because I have so many amazing signing agents to help. You kind of got a one shot at this. Let's go with Notary Christine.
Hi, Mark.
All right. Oh, Janitha, what's up?
Hi, what's up, Mark?
All right, you tell me first. I'll tell everybody where you're from and your name, and let's get going.
Janitha from South Carolina. I was on with you last week, and you told me to continue to sign up with the signing companies.
Yep.
And I did that. I did about 15 of them.
Okay.
And called and let them know that I was available.
Okay.
And I did 1 direct. But with the direct, I didn't get a chance to go in.
Hold on. I just want to inspire everybody. You signed up with 15, you called, and you got a signing out of that. Is that correct?
No, I didn't get a signing.
Okay.
They didn't give me any signing yet.
Okay, so how did you get that signing appointment?
No, I didn't get any signing appointment. I was saying that I called into a direct. I made 1 direct contact.
Okay. So here's what I heard is, there's 300 signing services on that list. You signed up with 15.
Mm-hmm. Yes. I didn't finish.
Okay.
I just did 15 last week, so I'm working on some more for this week.
Okay, cool. So what can I help you with this week? This is a coaching call. What kind of coaching calls can I help you with?
I just was wondering about how many should I be going in like direct, and when I go into them, I did a call. I called one direct and talked to them briefly, so they said they would call me back. But I was just wondering, is it being more effective to go into direct as opposed to calling?
Janitha,
right?
What's the answer to that? You know the answer to
yes.
it. What's the answer?
Yes.
All right. So here's my coaching for you. If it's hard, you have to do it. Mm-hmm. What we try to do is, as any entrepreneur and as a human being, we always want to take the easy way out, right? It's like, oh, where's that workout that can get me in shape in 15 minutes, right? Versus, look, I got to work out for an hour. So what I love about business, Janitha, and hope everyone's hearing, is business is really just masked as personal growth. You know that sometimes the harder road is the better road. So why are we trying to avoid it? So that's the coaching I have for you. Like, you know, the better answer is walking in, you know. So my first coaching is trust your gut. Okay, that's my first coaching. Sometimes as new signing agents, we come from an employee background and we're almost taught not to trust ourselves. Like, don't make a decision unless your boss tells you that it's okay. So I need a coach into you to get rid of that mentality. You're now a business owner. 9 out of 10 times, you're going to find your gut's the right answer. Okay, that's my first coaching. The second coaching is you have to take the road less traveled. Anything great was accomplished because it took work. If it was easy, everyone would do it. Look, here's the best part. You ready, Janitha?
Yes.
The signing agents that make more money than you aren't better than you. They're not better at watching someone sign their name 100 times. What we do is easy. It's pushing ourselves out of our comfort zone to go introduce ourselves. That is hard. So the signing agents who make more money than us have just told more people that we're a notary than us. Does that make sense?
Yes, that does.
So the signing agents in South Carolina aren't better than Janitha. They're not. They're not better at doing a signing than you, period. They've just decided that they're going to tell more people they're notaries than you. That's it. So it comes down to being brave. That's it, girl. You got this. Okay, look, I'm going to end with this. The first person you walk into may not use you, but that's not a knock against you. That's called business. We are not going to bat 10 out of 10. I wish every notary would take the loan signing system. They're not, and that's okay. Does that make sense? Yes. All I know what I have to do, Janitha, is tell as many people as I can that I will help them with their business. And the ones who are supposed to be my students will be. The people who are supposed to be your clients will be. So don't get overwhelmed with, oh, Mark, I walked in a 2-title office, no one's used me yet. Like I just told Andrew, go to 10 and then read the data. The data will tell you what the next steps are going to be, but you got to get to 10. Okay? You're amazing. Say it with me. I'm amazing.
I'm amazing.
Yes, you are. You're good at what you do. Like, look, Janitha, we watch people sign their name on paperwork. What we do is not that hard. You know you're good at that. You know you could do an amazing job. That's the easy part, girl. It's making sure that we believe in ourselves and say, I am good at what I do. And
I am good.
That's what I'm saying. You are good. Let's go. So now it's your job to tell everyone where you live that you are good. That's it. All right? I believe in you. Don't ever stop believing, girl. And if you need any pep talks, hit me up in the DMs. You know I got your back.
Okay. Thanks, Mark.
All right, girl. Go get it. Bye.
Okay, bye.
I mean, look, you know, I hope everyone got some good value out of that. You know, if it was easy, everyone would do it. The signing agents who make more money just have taken the road less traveled. They have said to themselves, I can't make money unless people know that I'm a signing agent. That's it. So you have to tell people that you are a signing agent. The more people you tell, the more money you're going to make. It's that easy. Let's go. I'm so excited for you. The reason this business is easy because most signing agents won't tell people they're open for business. That's why this business is easy. This business is easy because most signing agents won't tell a realtor that they're a signing agent. You don't need my course for that information. You are good at what you do. You are good at what you do. I need you to tell yourself that. Because look, at the end of the day, we literally watch people sign their name 100 times. Like, what we do isn't hard. It's believing in ourselves. Step number one, saying I'm worthy. Step number one, saying that I am good. Step number one. It's all step number one. You're so good at what you do. You're so amazing. You are worthy. And what I want to talk about right now, real quickly, before we jump to the next student, is having the conversation with you, with yourself, that you're worthy. Step one is learning the new skill. Step two is saying I'm worthy enough to be successful. I'm worthy enough to get the direct business. I get it. That's harder than it sounds. But if you need to hear this from somebody, you're amazing. You're good at what you do. You do deserve success. You do deserve that signing that title office has to assign to a notary day. So go in. You're amazing. Don't ever stop believing it. Let's go. All right. So let's get to the next person. The next amazing signing agent who we're going to go up. We're trying to go from male to female. Let's get another gentleman on here who has not been up. Let's go to our man James here. James Gonzalez. I just sent you a request. Yeah, you're amazing. You deserve greatness. You are worthy of a business. James, my man, what's up?
How's it going there? Going pretty good.
Good, good, good. All right, tell everybody your name. Tell everybody where you're from and any questions. Let's go.
Yes, so I'm James Gonzalez from Texas. From Harlingen, Texas originally, but right now I'm up in Austin because I do Uber up here, so I figured to market up here. So
no, man, Austin,
right now,
one of our best students lives in Austin. Jakisha Vaughn, you can find her on Instagram. Okay, so let's talk about where you at. What are some goals for this week, James? Let's talk about that.
Yeah, right now, I before the video about an hour ago, I just jotted down some title companies here in Austin. I've got down 6 addresses, phone number, and who in the office I want to market to.
Okay. Look, so I'm gonna give you some coaching. Right? So the coaching is this, James. First off, believe in yourself, man. You know you got this. Okay. So remember, when you walk into the title company, your opening words is understanding there's a signing agent already in the office. Like, they wouldn't be in business, right? So address that up front. But like, hey, I'm a local signing agent. Look, I know you probably got a good one you use already, but if that one is sick, stuck in traffic, it needs to get at a reader, flat tire, I would love to be the back of the backup. Then go into the script, right? And so that's how you enter the conversation. You take their walls down by acknowledging they probably already have a notary team. But you're also acknowledging that, look, your notary team can't be at every signing at every second of the day. So you need to add someone else on there. So walk into that and then go into the script on why they should give you a chance to be on their team. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you walk in recognizing that they already have a signing agent. Does that make sense?
Right.
Don't walk around that fact. Like, look, I get it. They're probably amazing. If they're stuck in traffic, if they have a flat tire, if they can't make their next appointment, I'm James. Here's why you should give me a shot to be on that rotation. Don't forget the script. Talk about the credibility piece. I obviously can't talk about those points out loud. You paid for that. I want to make sure I respect that investment. But the opening line's the same with every one of those title companies. Does that make sense?
Right. Okay. I've been marketing to one title company, but I need to go back and touch back up on it. I went back because I got a sign from signing service, and I figured and I noticed it's from Austin, so I was like, all right, I'm going up to Austin anyways. Instead of FedEx, I'll drop it off. And I was gonna just say thank you to her, and then market to other escrow officers that are in that company.
Love it, love it. That's the loan signing system way. You don't want to take the business of the signing service, but everybody else in that office is fair game, right? So I love how you're leveraging. First off, I love that the coaching is there. I'm so proud of you, James. We're not going in trying to take the business of the signing service. They're your cash cow. Make sure you tell them the market you preferred. But everyone else in that office is fair game because that's not their client. I love it. I'm going to end. Here's my coaching for you. I gave you your coaching. Here are your goals. This week, I want one new title company that you introduce yourself to and one follow-up from the previous week. So that's 2 title companies every single day for the next 5 days. Can you commit to that?
Yes. I had a question.
Yep.
I don't have any, I haven't gotten business cards yet. And the other company I went to try marketing asked me if I had a business card. And I told them no, I pretty much just got one of their business cards in the back and wrote my name on it. But,
Okay.
and
So,
what any suggestion on that?
So here's the move, okay? I actually don't think business cards are necessary because you know what they're going to do with the business card? They're going to put it in their decks and never look at it again. So
yeah.
Here's the move. The move is, oh my gosh, I don't, but let me grab your email, your card. I will email you my contact info. Boom. Sometimes not having a business card is actually a strategic play. Does that make sense? I hope everybody caught that little nugget right there. You know what? Maybe I can grab your email and I'll email you my contact information. Now you have their email address. Now you have a conversation started. Now you have an email chain started that you can actually follow up on. So next time, just simply say, oh my gosh, I just ran out of them. But let me grab your business card. I'm going to email you my contact info, and I'm excited to get working with you. Does that make sense?
That makes sense, yeah.
Easy. All right, man. Did I help you out today?
Yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah,
hey,
appreciate it.
Hey, DM me. Let me know how this week's progress goes. I'm looking forward to it, man. Let's go.
All right, thank you.
All right. Give me that little Whataburger. Give me a number 1. I love it. Okay. So let's give me one. I got time for one more student. All right. Remember, when I call on you, I go real quick because I got to be respectful of everyone else's time. So I know I've requested a few of you guys, and you're not available when I do. But let's go to, I think her name is Marlena. Let's go to Marlena. But remember, sometimes when you walk into a title law, oh, Marlena, what's up?
Hi. Oh my God, I'm so excited.
I'm so excited.
Hi,
So tell everybody your name and where you're from.
My name's Marlena, and I'm from Palm Springs, California. And so basically, I have been a loan signing student for like a couple months now, and I started to go as a different approach. I actually recently just got hired for a mortgage company as a mortgage broker.
Okay.
And I'm his assistant. So basically, I'm working with escrow offices, I'm working with title companies, and that was my way of like trying to get in the door and introduce myself. And so then I just like kind of have a hard time with like talking with them a little bit more, only because like I know that I get the loan docs, I can see them. Sometimes I see like if their in-house notary like makes a mistake. So like how can I like market myself to them knowing that like I know they have an in-house notary? How can I tell them, hey, you know, like I'm here, but they also know that I work, you know, with my boss and he works by himself.
Let me pause you right there. Let me pause you. We only have about 5 more minutes. You know, first off, I love how one of your moves is getting in with the title call. I mean, mortgage company. Look, you know, I failed you as your coach if your first move is thinking about how you can market to them. That your first move, the beautiful part, you're on the inside. So your first move is to create relationships. The marketing's easy after the relationship is built. So I would tell you, don't even worry about it. If your long-term play is to get back out as a full-time notary, then you should be only concerned about creating authentic relationships. So you shouldn't worry about the marketing yet. You should worry about like, hey, how's your weekend? Let's grab a drink this weekend. Let's go for a hike. Let's head to Vegas this weekend, whatever. But your job, girl, your job, and I hope everybody hears me, if you chase the relationship, the money comes. You're trying to chase the money, and then that's why the money's running away from you. See, if you create an authentic relationship, you're like, hey, you know, by the way, I do signings on evenings and weekends. That happens organically. And they're like, oh my, then now they're your friend. They're like, oh my girl, why didn't you tell me earlier? And the answer is like, I'm just trying to make a friend. That's why. See, if we worry about trying to build a relationship, the money follows. But the reason the money's running from you right now is because your mindset is still money, money, money versus relationship, relationship, relationship. So so you don't need to talk about anything outside of just what did you do this weekend? Find some commonalities. Try to make new friends. right? I teach you guys in the course, we are a combination of the 5 most successful people, the 5 people we hang around the most. So if you find some people at your new job that are better than you, like just try to figure out how can I get into your circle? And then naturally the next conversation is like, girl, I mean, why didn't you tell me about that you're a signing agent? And the answer is because I didn't see you as money. I just saw you as someone I wanted to connect with.
Yeah.
You know, and then when they realize that you didn't have a relationship before the money, now they want to throw money at you. Does that make sense? And in our case, it's throwing signings at you. So I think you're overthinking it, right? You know how to do the signing. Just let your natural charisma, your natural who I am come out to the people that you're working with. And then I think the business will build itself.
Yeah, I feel like, you know, because I'm constantly emailing them about like, you know, our business that we currently have. So I guess like I'm just thinking of, aside from like what business we're doing together already with the loans that we're working on, I guess, you know, how can I just like outside of that, just email them? And just because, you know, I'm not constantly talking to them on the phone, it's more like email back and forth, you know? So I guess I just wanted to see like what would be like a better email approach or, you know,
why are you overthinking it? Okay. So I don't know if you have a boyfriend, do you have a boyfriend? I don't know if you're married, but like when you're getting to know somebody, aren't you just asking like, how was your day?
Yeah. I mean,
Okay. So why does that need to be a separate email?
Well, I mean, I guess just because, like, you know,
you're I'm trying to coach you. You're overthinking it.
Yeah.
Like, see, what the problem is, you're still seeing them as money. That's the problem. Stop seeing them as money. Start seeing them as a human being. So when you're emailing them about a file, it's like, hey, girl, how was your weekend? Anyways, on 123 Broadway, we need a updated payoff demand. Why are you overthinking it? Just be a human.
Yeah. True.
It doesn't need to be a manipulative third email by itself. Just be like, hey, today's Monday. Like, hey, how was your weekend yesterday? Hey, by the way, on 123, we need a new updated prelim.
Yeah. True.
So stop looking at people as money and start looking at it as somebody that you want to build a relationship with. You know how to do that. Do you have friends? Yes.
Yes.
So if you look at them like you look at a friend, the business comes.
Yeah.
So the only reason you're getting nervous is because it's not authentic yet. Just try to get to know somebody.
Yeah.
Monday's the perfect time to do that.
Yeah.
Hey, how was your weekend? Oh my God, I went down to Morongo this weekend. It was crazy.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. I'll just work on doing that.
Just work on being you.
Yeah. Just authentic.
That's it. All right. Hey, drop me a message in DM if you need any more help, but just be you. That's it. Don't look at people like money. Look at them as someone you want to create a relationship with, because those end up being the best business partners anyways.
Yeah.
All right. Go get them, girl. Let's go. All right. What another amazing hour with signing agents. If you're just tuning in, my name is Mark. I teach notaries how to build and scale notary signing agent business. This business is all about one thing, just being yourself. Be you. Some of that I don't know if you watched the On the Road from last week on Friday, but one of our students says, be you because everybody else is taken. Just be you, be authentic, build relationships. And once you build relationships, the money always comes. You're amazing. I know you are. Believe in you. You are worthy. Let's go. Be blessed. Have a great week, everybody. Bye.